Okay, John again back at you this morning, or afternoon, November 7th. And, yeah, what have I got? 30,000 pictures now. These are going to be amazing. And, you know, we got a lot to do, and I had this long list of things I want to address today, and I come out here and the show just goes on and on and on. And which to me is God telling me, no, just sit out there and take some more pictures. Get all these. As long as he runs the show like this, it's stunning. I keep going. So I found myself wondering, wow, this is one, folks, this display this morning that you're watching is way up there of some of the best of all time I've captured now, okay? And you'll agree looking at them. The Google Amazing Images computers, or people that pretend to be computers, auto amazing, are going to be very impressed today. I can guarantee you that. Now, so why was this? And I found myself thinking, wow, what's the purpose of this dazzling show now? The answer came to me. It's, let's call it a holy exclamation mark on some very important messages I delivered last night. Okay? That's the only way you can interpret this. And I'm telling you, that's what this is. And if you interpret it any other way, you're making a mistake. Okay? Remember that, number one. Okay. At what point, I asked myself, okay, 30,000, 40,000, whatever I got, pictures now already, 300, 400 gigabytes. It's a lot of stuff. And by the way, the battery's run down. I'm going to end after this, though. Okay, here's what I want to say. Number one, last night was important. It was this is a holy exclamation point on the messages I gave last night. Do not, and continued this morning, do not underestimate those messages and this morning's messages. They're dead serious, okay? Number two, an important concept, keep in mind, 100% subscription, my personal goal, God's desire, okay? Everyone gets a chance, everyone gets to dance. But with these provisos, number one, clock's ticking, time is critical. 100% could drop to 99% today. Okay? 100% was as of the date I wrote it. I'm not telling you what the number is now. Time is critical. Addressing things confidentially if we've got a public need to keep this quiet for a while. I'll work with y'all on that strategy, but we're going to talk about it. But that's no excuse for not addressing me confidentially. I understand the need for the greater good. Number three, strong point, illustrated by MGM, what I did there. Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of the list. You're in a special category. But of course, I needed to fulfill that prophecy of Christ that to those who betrayed me, woe is them, it would be better had they not been born. Okay? Special category in there, at the top of the list right now. If you're in there, you better be moving. Next. Google/NSA. If I send a link to something I put up and you're locking some of my stuff down or restricting public access, anyone I want to have the access better get it, okay? Better go through to them. If I send something specific to them. I could use some help organizing too. Once someone get on there, at least put my stuff in date order or something like that, all right? Next, Apple, I'm unhappy with you with ripping me off on your iCloud product, making me buy 8 different Apple devices to take pictures on. Restricted, how could I pay money to have a backup and not be able to access it on a computer? That is amazing. And then I can't upload from the iProducts to my computer now because they're different. You keep changing the operating system and they don't mesh now. How the fuck could you shut down the automatic backup to my computer by converting from operating system 8.0 to 8.01 and I can't download the new operating system on my iProduct because there's no room to put it on the frickin' thing, so I have to delete pictures where I want to keep backups. Ugh, driving me crazy. All right, enough said. Next, remember, everyone gets these things, has a license to distribute them, need-to-know basis, whatever. Anyone who tries to profit off of my pictures and intellectual property, that earn private profit, opposed to immediately funneling revenue to me off them, for which it will end up in God we trust for the godly purposes is stealing from me, not, and in my view, stealing from God. Bad idea. Next, government, decision makers, NSA, White House. White House, I've been overly respectful to you lately. I respect authority, and I know you're important to this process. I want you people to shut down communications and influence with two special categories. Now, number one would be the Vatican and its influences. Okay? Turn them off. Cut them off. They're on their own. Number two would be Israel government. Okay? No more Vatican or Israel running this country. Both of which were tools and pawns of Satan. Satan's having originally lived in the back room of the temple, as I've explained, and then having moved to the bowels of the Vatican after the corruption of what became the New Testament was complete. Shut those people down and off. They're on their own. Next, government. I want investigation and full disclosure, all connections between the Vatican and the country of Switzerland. And I want zeroing in. I want the government to seize all Vatican-related assets in those hidden Swiss accounts, secret accounts over there, and other assets hidden in the bowels of the Vatican. Okay? And that would include the financial arrangements between the Vatican, of course kept secret, and let's see, where do you want to go? The medical mafia. This would be financing terrorism, private armies, and everything else those dirty bastards have been up to. Euthanasia, the underclass, everything else. Last, I've asked Sharon to set up webinars. You learn a lot more listening to someone's voice than just reading it on paper. Okay, when you read it on paper and hear the voice, it's very powerful retention. Y'all can tell a lot from my voice, including, as I hope the NSA is doing, run it through truth detectors, most powerful computers known to man. You'll know it's real. In these webinars, we can keep them confidential. In an earnings conference, for a company, you have to announce who you are. I don't need that right now. It's okay, open forum. We can keep it limited if you want to powers that be, but I want a dialogue going now. Feed the questions to Sharon in advance. Let's keep them short. We can do them every day, every other day, whatever you need. I want to do them when I'm fresh, okay? Not when I first wake up. Tell me what you want me to cover. I'll talk for, 15 minutes on those. I'll try to get to the point if I know the subject in advance, and that'll give me a chance to think about it. Then after that, open forum on questions. I love answering questions, so don't be shy. But it's time to get a dialogue going, okay? But if someone wants to be confidential, I'd at least, if you're going to ask me a question or who you are, at least give me some idea. I'm in official capacity, high levels U.S. government. Okay? You don't have to say who. And the webinars to start, we can have public ones, we can have private ones. They don't have to be public right now. I want progress. Let's get moving. Okay? Better than a webinar. Come in and sit down on the fucking sofa in there. Let's start talking, okay? Don't be afraid. I can be the nicest guy in the world. And it's anyone who makes the affirmative step to step forward and be productive on this, gold stars. And I'm telling you, gold stars, wow. Gold stars can be used for, pardons, leniency, bigger castle for eternity. Y'all would be jumping at her in some of those. Come on. So anyway, I'm now seeing, and last, this is just beautiful down here. Look at this, folks. Look what we're looking at. In conclusion, I have talked about the entrance to the new holy city, right up this road here, this valley, and how this Independence Day mothership sit over there guarding it. And look at the images here this morning. It's like from both sides, they're just zeroing in right over the entrance to the new holy city down the valley. It's just they're looking over it, okay? How cool is that? Okay. But doesn't it say that in Revelation? None of these evil get to enter the city? Can you imagine an evil person coming here with evil plans, trying to hurt us or deceive us or something like that? God knowing their thoughts every way. You think they'd make it up that road, folks? I don't think so. I don't think so. Do you think they'd be stupid to try? Oh yeah. Because remember what I said earlier. You know, attempted murder that doesn't happen only because of the power and intervention of God will merit the equivalent punishment as if you'd gotten away with it. Okay? Because the only reason it didn't happen was God stepped in. Okay? Important lesson there. Anyone even thinks of something like that. Messing with the beloved Son of the Creator of the universe? I don't know about you, but if I caught someone trying to murder my son David, for example, and I love Brian too, don't forget him. Could you imagine how the wrath and fury with which I would fight and lash out and go after that guy? Okay. All right. That's all. I think that's all I'm going to say. What? Dang it. They just won't stop. I'm looking around. I'm looking around, folks, and it's better and better. It just keeps going. Different images everywhere. But it is kind of funny that today's images are concentrated in the east and northeast, where I happened to give that message to the wise men in the east earlier. There's meaning to that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss it. These things aren't coincidences, okay? All right? These thoughts and observations just come to me. And when I say that's why you're seeing this, don't discount it, okay? I was talking about the wise men in the east before the dots went off that, hey, that's right, these images